Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to cover a very interesting SQL interview question which has been asked in the product based companies. So let's start. So we have been given this input table which is having the student name and the city column and the email addresses and the floor that the student visited and the resources that he used. Okay. So what we need to find out from this input table, we need to find out the student name and the most visited floor. Okay. So the most visited floor is nothing but the max number of times the floor visited by a student. Okay, so here you can see, right, for Rahul, he has visited the floor 3 two times. Okay, and the floor 1 only, on the floor 4 only one time, right? So for Rahul, the most visited floor it is 3, right? The same way for Ajay it is 4. Okay, so that's what we need to calculate. Okay, similarly we need to calculate the total visits. Okay, so total visits is nothing but the number of distinct email IDs. Okay, so here you can see that for Rahul and Ajay both the distinct email IDs are 3. Okay, so that's why we need to get this total visit 3 and 3. Okay, and use resources, how can we calculate? So here you can see, right, use resources is nothing but it has combined all the values of the resources column into one string, right? So we need to concatenate this all the values of this resources column into one string. Okay, so we will see how can we achieve all this. Okay, so I'm gonna solve this question step by step. Okay, so now let me just go to the PostgreSQL. Okay, so I already have this create table statement, insert table statement. Okay, I will put this into my YouTube video description so that you can practice the same. I already have this table created. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to solve this question into step by step. Okay, now I will first calculate the name and the most visited floor. So how can I calculate this name and the most visited floor? Okay, so to calculate this, what I will do, let me just take the example of Rahul. Okay, so let me just take the name. Okay, let me just copy it and the floor he visited. Okay, so if you see here, right, if I do group by name and group by floor. Okay, so what I will get, obviously name I will get Rahul only, but if you see I have two floors here, right, 3 and 4. Okay, now if I do count of star after grouping, okay, what I will get, for 3 it is 2 times, right? So I will get count of star 2 for 3, and for 4 I will get only 1. Okay, and after this, if I now apply any ranking function in the descending order, so for 2 I will get 1 rank, and for 1 I will get 2 rank. Okay, now I can easily filter out this first rank, right? Okay, so if I can filter out this rank, okay, then it will, what it will give me, it will give me the most rated floor, that is 3 for Rahul, right? In the same way it will give me for Ajay it is 4th floor, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's go to the PostgreSQL and write the logic for the same. Okay, so what I will say, select name and floor. Okay, and do count of star. Okay, so and I will say group by name and floor. Okay, so let me just execute this. Okay, so now I am able to get the count of star for each floor. Okay, and for each student. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to apply some ranking function. Okay, so I will say rank. Okay, and over, and I will say partition by name and order by count of star. Okay, so I am doing order by on this count of star. Okay, and I will calculate descending order rank. Okay, why I am calculating this descending order, so that I can fetch, the rank equals to 1 after this. Okay, so and let me give some alias name to this. Okay, let's say um, total, let's call it floor visits. Okay, okay, and so now, okay, now let's execute this and see are we getting the rank or not. Okay, so you can see, right, I'm able to get the rank, right? For Rahul, for third floor I'm able to get the first rank for 2 times visit. Okay, so now what I will do, I will filter out the rank floor visits rank equals to 1. Okay, so uh, let's do it. Okay, let me put this into one subquery so that I can easily filter out. Okay, the rank equals to 1, and what I will select, I will select name. Okay, and floor, and this floor I will call it as most visited floor from this subquery, and let me give some alias name. Let's say call it as ranked, okay, where this floor visits equals to 1, okay. So now let's execute this and see are we getting the. So you can see, right, for Rahul it is the third floor, and for Ajay it is the fourth floor, right, most visited, okay. So that's what we are able to achieve in the first step, okay. So this one we are able to achieve it, okay. So let me just highlight it, okay. Now what we will calculate, we will calculate the total visits, okay. I hope now you were able to see it, okay. Okay, so this first one we are able to calculate it, okay. Let me just comment it out. What we calculated, the most weighted floor, okay. Now what we are going to calculate, we are going to calculate the total visits, okay. So how can we calculate total visits? It is very simple, right? Total visits nothing but the count of the distinct email IDs, okay. So it is very simple, right? So what we will say, we will say select name, okay, and count of distinct email, right, from table, okay, and I will say group by name, okay. So now let me execute this, okay. So you can see, right, for Ajay and Rahul both I am able to get the count of distinct email IDs, right, and I will call that this distinct email is nothing but the total visits, okay. So you can see, right, this is also we are able to achieve, okay. Now what we need to do, we need to calculate this column, right, use resources. How can we do it, okay. So to achieve this, we have a function called string aggregate in SQL, okay. So what does this function do? It takes all the values from different rows, okay, and it combines into one string by some delimiter separated, okay. So here you can see, right, we want all the values to be separated by comma, right. So that's what we are going to use, okay. So now we are going to calculate the used resources, okay. So what I will say, select name, and I am going to use this string aggregate function, okay. On which column? I have this resources column, okay. You will specify the column name inside this, and then you will specify the delimiter that you want. So I want the comma separated values, okay. So let me call it as used, it is used resources, okay, and this is gonna remain same, okay. So now let's execute this and see what we are getting. So you can see, right, I'm able to combine all the values by comma separated, right. So just remember this function, okay, a string aggregate, okay. You just need to specify the column name and the delimiter that you're going to use, okay. So now you can see, right, I'm able to calculate all the column, okay, separately, okay. Now what we need to do, we need to, since we want the all the output into one table, right. So what I will do, I'm going to use a CT, okay. I will create CT for this all these queries, okay, and I will put into one CT, okay, and then I will create one main query from where I can fetch all this output into one table, okay. So now let's do it, okay. So if you don't know the city, then I will request go and watch the video on my YouTube channel, okay. If you don't know city, then you will not even understand what I'm gonna do now, okay. So what will say with, okay, and I will call it as most, I will give this city name, okay, as, okay, and I will put this into this one, okay, comma. Similarly, I'll put the second query with total widgets city. If you don't know city, then you will not be understand what I'm doing right now, okay. So please watch the video in city, okay. I'll put the link description, YouTube video link in my description, okay. So just go and watch it, okay. So okay, and the third city I will put it use resources city, Okay, and okay. So now I will write the main query. Okay, I will say select, and I will join all the three tables. Okay, you can see that I have the name column common, right, in all the three. Okay, so I will join all the three table CTs into one table using this name column. Okay, so I will say select star from first I will join this. I will call it as I am joined with this second table. Let's just say alias name T. On which column I will join? On m dot name equals to T dot name. Okay, and then I will join this third table. Let's call it as U, and I will join it, on the same condition, right? On U dot name equals to m dot name. Okay, and what I will fetch from this? I will fetch m dot name. I want name column, and what I want to fetch as, I want to fetch m dot most visited floor, right? And then what I want to fetch from this total visits, I want to fetch total visits, right? And from third table, what I want to fetch, the used resources, right? So now let's execute this at once and see, are we able to fetch it or not. Getting some error. Okay, I have just put this with clause 2 times. Okay, that's why. So now let me execute this. Okay, so you can see, right, I'm able to get the results exactly, right? Okay, the same results that I was showing in Excel. Okay, so I hope you were able to understand the solution, right? Okay, if you like the video, then please subscribe to my channel and like the video and share it with your friends. Okay, we will meet in the next video with some interesting SQL interview question. Till then, goodbye and thank you.